Right, so starting in Europa is quite a struggle, especially with no jetpack in the beginning. We quickly found out about something we calling double exposure, which is basically getting solar radiation from the sun and radiation from the surface. We're currently on thin ice, but let's continue our adventure. Alright, looks like we got some grains grown. Let's hop off this cryo chamber and do some farming. Okay, we can harvest this 100%. How many get? 3. Ooh, that's really nice. Alright, so we're probably gonna have to seed 1 for now. So food production, harvest, seed 1 here, and we should get the fruits done relatively soon. Unfortunately, we can't eat grains, can we? Nope, can't consume it raw. Oh, looks like we got unknown signal coming. We are level 3. That's nice. All right, so not much we could do now, especially if we're gonna continue to farm here a little bit. So we gotta think. We can't open the doors because our crops will fail unless we do another door system. But we also need air vents somewhere. So we just need another door system right over here. But we do need an air vent. This is not going to work out. Yeah, I don't think we can open anything just yet. I wouldn't feel too comfortable doing that. How's our water? Our water's looking decent. The sun looks like it's going to come soon. It's coming in that direction, maybe. All right, fruits. Harvest. We get 2. All right, that's not crazy. I was hoping for 3. That would have been better. But we can now produce some kind of food. And it looks like we get some fruit pastries. Ooh, that would give us 40%. But we're going to lose out on a fruit. So we might not go that route. Yeah, we should not go that route. We probably go with the route of this. So we have 18% fill in food. Because I'd rather seed one of the fruits in this case. Not the best idea, but it's going to have to happen. All right. So now we eat the fruit bar. And we should be okay. We probably shouldn't have planted just yet. Because we need to find a way out of here. So we need to open a door somehow. Ooh, the sun's coming up. Okay. So there's a chance that we might kill our plants here unless we could seal this up properly. But the moment we open the door, that's still gonna screw us over a little bit. Actually, I think I have an idea. Can we get an air vent here? But the O2H2 is not here though. I know there's an oxygen tank in here, but I'm not sure if it's even operational. Let's see. Where's that small oxygen tank? Right here. It's off. So either way, I can't get to it. So an air vent here would be best because I could kind of get rid of this door and make a way. But I could seal it up temporarily. Might be a good idea. Maybe. I don't know. Is this gonna work? We're probably gonna end up killing a little bit of our crops, which is gonna be bad. So we put a panel there and seal this up like this. Would that work? I hope so. Yeah, not much we can do about it. So let's seal this up if we can. I hope this does seal it up. Hard to tell. I'm going to seal this up too, just in case. And when we come back, our farm should be still up and running. Hopefully. I hope that is the case. But once I open it up, that's where it gets bad. But that's fine. We can... Oh, while we're doing that, open a door here. The sun's right there, so I think we could throw in algae farm. Do we want to even use this one or the other one? We could probably just use the regular one. And I'm just going to throw it out here for now. Guess we can. One here. Cut this one off. Probably smarter to get this working. We didn't bring all the steel plates with us. We just needed 2. We could only make 3. Hoping to make more. That's not the case. Then again, this does have extra glass. We need steel plates. We'll grab it from here. And I forgot we got exposure out here too, so that's not good. Okay, so can we get the 3rd one going? Doesn't look like it. Alright, 2 is fine for now. We probably get this thing opened up. Maybe it's... Ooh. We can't make connectors. Why? We never made a conveyor junction. That's a little surprising. Alright, 4 minutes to get to... I don't want to get in there because I might kill our plants. I mean, we probably killed it too. I don't know. Can we dig under here? So, food pot is here. Cargo is down there. So, if we open this up, would be okay. Yeah, that's the cargo container. Alright, we got some exposure. Oh, there's the oxygen tank. Alright, so that kind of helps. So, the oxygen tank's there. If I could grind it down and convert it, I think that would help us a little bit. But for now, let's just do this. Yeah, let's just seal it back up for now. At least we know. Exposure. And our food levels is getting really bad. Do we risk going to the unknown signal, or do we just sit here and wait for the algae farm to get set up? I think we can make it to the unknown signal. Let's try. Not sure how well this thing's gonna fly. Actually, drive. Actually, not that bad because we kept the survival kit kind of still operational. All right, so let's hope for some food. If not, it's gonna get dicey. All right, we gotta hope there's food. We have 12% of hunger left. That's not great. Pop out here. Get the button. Nothing. All right, food. No more slop. Okay, that's probably not going to help us in any way possible. All right, we need to head home. And we may have to chill in the cryo chamber for a little bit longer until our algae are good to go. Which also may kill our farm plots, because I don't think I can get a vent going before all that happens. We took a risk and it did not pay out. How's the algae farms going? Ooh, 1 more algae is all we need and we should be good. Let me just throw some stuff down for now. Oh, actually, you know what? We just weld up the other one. All right, come on, algae. Yes, 4 algae. We are good to get a little bit more food going for ourselves. So we're gonna open up this panel right here. We're gonna throw in the food processor for algae and produce kelp crisp. We could have used the survival. Well, we don't have a survival kit actually, so never mind. All right, we got kelp crisp. Okay, that's gonna prolong us a little bit longer, and of course the slop is not our friend here. Okay, not thriving yet. We are barely hanging on a thread. No idea if our farms are even good to go or not, but waiting for the exposure levels to go down a little bit. What I'm gonna do is grind down the block underneath the door, so I could probably come out from the outside that way temporarily. Do we have enough steel plates to do that? Yes, we do. And then we could probably do an air vent here, hopefully. So then we could grind down the door and use the door to get through. But hopefully there's no leaks once we grind down the door. That's the other issue. All right, let's do this. Grind this down. Grind this down. Okay, so that way we can get outside easier. Now, can we even make an oxygen tank? We should be careful of that. Looks like we can. So we can grind this down. Pack it. Okay, perfect. Now we just Close this back up. Put the flooring there. And we should be able to get inside. And we could do a full-on air vent over here. And hopefully that oxygen tank is connected. Oh, it's off, I remember. So we gotta go on controls. Turn that on. Now we have a semi-double door system with air vents. Yes. So maybe we don't kill our crops now if I open this door. Well, I can open any of these, actually. Well, maybe not open this door because I don't know if it's connected to anything. So you can open this panel now. And crops are still good. All right, perfect. Should probably set up a makeshift door here for now. Either offset door or a half door or something. Can we do a lab door here? Yes, we can. We are in luck. All right, we got a nice kind of double door system. That's perfect. I close that door so then that's airtight. And now we can always come out from here if we need to. We're going to lose a little bit of oxygen, but that's fine. I'm going to try to get the ice from here. And I know we're hungry. Should probably not walk like this, but not much we can do about it. Grab the ice. All right, our plants are slowly growing. Grain, if we could get the grain, we get the food processor going. Let me see if I can get some algae really quick. Not good, not good. 2 algae only, 5% left. All right, we're gonna have to chill in the cryo chamber for a sec, if anything. We can access the food here. Can't produce anything until we get the fruit or grain, so we'll wait for that. Let's chill in here for now. All right, we got some algae outside. Let's go get that. So glad we could still jump when we're starving. All right, so where's the algae? Take that. Okay, let's help Chris going if we can. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay, still starving, but much better than before. So we still got some seeds. These are still taking a little bit of time. That's fine. Algae is doing decent. I do need to flip a few over as well. Which we can probably handle until the fruit comes up and going. Right, is there anything here? Nope. Okay, we'll just grab this really quick. And where can we put it though? Because I don't think we could put it over there. Can we put it out here like this? Okay, that kind of works. Oh, yeah, I think we're getting double exposure. Solar radiation and surface radiation. So that's great. We're going to get this one. Okay, can we put this out here like this? Yes. Why not? Exposure, exposure, exposure. Fruits are done too. All right, let's get the fruit pastry going. Let's grab and harvest. Ah, we got 2. Really hoping for 3, but in this case, let's get 40% here. Grab that and finally consume something a little bit better. All right. So we don't have any more seeds, do we? We don't. We do, in a way. Do we make another round of food or we should be okay? I think we might be okay. Well, we have that fruit going on anyway, so let's just do another round of grain and fruits. Let's go outside and finish that algae farm. And we should have some algae in there too. Ooh, level 4. Nice. Just in time. Okay, so that's good. Any algae? Yes. We should probably get all this plumbed up, but we did not. Ooh, just in time. All right. Okay, so if we want to be on the safe side, we could probably seal this door here. Or seal this up. And seal around here. And then open up the door. Right? I think that could work if we want to work inside. We are at 40%, which is not bad at all. Not great either, but algae farms are doing good. All right, so we should be able to live on kelp crisp for a little bit while longer. So let me just border up these things really quickly. Where's the steel plates? We have enough steel plates. So we'll border up this wall here. And temporarily, we'll border up these walls here, right? Yeah, this one and this one. There's no air vent coming in from here, though, so that's going to be a little tricky. Do we put a temporary air vent right over here? We probably should. That's just in case. Yep. Okay. Now we can border up this one by getting rid of this light. And hope our crops don't perish. Alright, moment of truth. Is this door gonna be the end of it? I can't grind this thing down because it has the cap there, but can we get rid of the door? And not necessarily get rid of it, we're gonna rebuild the door out, actually. Alright, we should be good. Crops are still alive. I mean, we could keep it this way, but really pointless, so we could turn this door now into a wall, so we could walk through this way instead. But we could keep it as well, too. So, alright, I think we're good. So we can open this up. I wish we could open a little bit more up so we could see what's going on, but not currently possible. Alright, we'll grab this. And we could put in a bit of a pathway here, like a half block type of thing. Plank kind of thing, yep. And we have access to this here. So we got some algae. Alright, let's get some more kelp crisp if we can. Alright, we're gonna brave the outside. I'm pretty sure we have that here. Nice. Good amount of algae. Which one is that one? Okay. 5. Nice. So we can live off of the kelp crisp a little while longer. And we could throw more outside. I don't know, the sun's still up there, but if we still have more materials for it, why not? I don't know if we have enough glass. We don't. Yeah, we don't. We need a few more. All right, one thing we need to know, can we make thrusters? Especially ion thrusters. We can. So small ion thrusters will cost us what? 12 thruster wait, no, that's large. That's a large one. Here. Large steel tubes, which we could create. Okay. We can get our rover going with thrusters if we want to go that route. That would be nice, I think. All right, I think I have enough for another algae farm, so why not make it? I'm going to make it right on here. Perfect. Where's the algae? All right, the sun's a little bit covered. It's not good. Grab that. That. Okay. Cool. Okay, now, if we can, we're going to venture outside and build some thrusters on our rover, which it's going to kill our batteries potentially, so we might need to build some power cells if we can. So production-wise, I don't know if we have enough for power cells, but we just need 2 more, another battery, if anything. We should probably do some solar panels on there too. That'll probably be the smart thing to do. Let's throw in some thrusters. I'm going to do one here, one here. Exposure levels high. All right, we are good. We're in our rover. We got some ion thrusters. And yeah, that is not enough to thrust us up. So ion thrusters, not necessarily the way to go. I know we can get atmospheric thrusters on here, but we need lots and lots of motors for that to work. Maybe we do a combination of atmospheric thrusters and ion thrusters. But in the meantime, I don't see why we shouldn't go for the unknown signal over there. What you got for us? Where are you? I just want your contents. Ooh, fruit seeds. Nice. Yeah, let's get some atmospheric thrusters on here if anything. Alright, so one small one is going to be 8 metal grids, 90 motors. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. 18 motors. Alright, that's not terrible, but if we get ourselves flying, that would be great. If we could make a good chunk of motors, that would be nice. And we should have a good chunk of nickel somewhere. Did we get all the nickel completed? It looks like we did. All right, what do we have? We have motors getting done. We have large steel tubes. How many did we say it's going to take? 8 large steel tubes. No, 1 large steel tube. Okay, so we just need technically a few. Yeah, not much at all. All right, let's see what we could do with this. Let's throw in an atmosphere thruster right here. Can we fly this? Kind of. Not a lot of forward momentum, though. So that's not good. But not bad. So, yeah. I think that'll be okay. Get our thrusters all in one thing. Toggle on off because we don't always need them on. We could definitely do this. Like, go fast. Hit a bit of a ramp. And turn it on. So we can fly up. And just kind of glide. So we can move a little bit faster that way. But we're improving. Definitely still getting a little bit better. We could probably get some more ice too. Alright, let's dampening down now. Or not dampen down. Let's just turn it off. And have a nice safe landing. Yes. That works out really well. And yeah, we're just living off unknown signals. So once we get driving, then we could do a lot more. But right now, we could barely do anything. And no. You're not rolling away from me. You're not rolling away from me. Stop. Stop right there. Ooh, anti-radiation meds. That's useful. That's going to keep us going outside for a little bit. Kind of waiting for that. All right, let's see. Our survival kit is just missing the medical component. That's fine. All right, so we didn't get this one done. Now we should have really good lift. Yeah, we do. But forward momentum, not as much. So we do need another thruster forward and backwards, and maybe even sideways. But it's unnecessary. I think the iron thrusters we should probably remove. It's just burning more power than anything else. We have iron there. Let's get the iron. We also need to find nickel. We didn't find food either, so that's not good. But we could call it a night and take a nice little cryo chamber nap. I knew marking this was a smart idea. And now we get the iron and some ice extraction going. Hopefully some good amount of iron. Yes. That's not bad at all. Alright, we're getting too much. Too much ice. Oop. Did we break something? Oh, no, we can't get the medium cargo container because the survival kit's not completely done. Whoopsies. Yeah, but we gotta tread lightly. I know I said we will save a limit of 3 respawns. At this point, it's looking like 1. Can we carry ourselves with all this? Yeah, we can. Gonna glide a little bit. Can we push ourselves forward? We could push ourselves forward a little bit, so it's not that bad. Yeah, this is probably the best way to fly, or not fly, but maneuver out here in Europa, because jumping up and down on these rocks are probably not the best way to go. All right, so we are here. One of the thrusters is still on. Why? No, they're not. It was acting like it was. Okay, let's get... what we really need is nickel, but... Grab the iron. Oh, we still have a few more stuff here. Definitely expanding the farm plot will help us tremendously in growing things a lot faster, because it will double up and everything like that. But I don't see where we can do this. We could kind of get away with having it flipped around. Actually, no, I can't. I can't even expose this yet. We definitely put another irrigation system down here to get there, but we should probably and likely put in conveyor junctions instead. Okay, we got conveyor junction there. We can use another one here. Or we could use a T. That should do it. Of course, we need more motors. Everything's going to rely on motors nowadays. That's not going to be great. And we don't have any more motors. So that really stinks. We have no nickel. Okay. So... Ouch. Is this door on the inside or the outside? Might be on the inside. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to close this up here. Okay. So we have to go in from this way in order to get there. That's fine. Okay, so... We get some algae really quick. Ooh, we are losing sunlight, so that's not good. So these algae farms are going to be useless now. Alright, that one's been useless. Yeah, we're lacking motors, so... Oh, we got some now, somehow. Okay. We just add one more food plot here. They'll slowly help us out. Be better than nothing. Okay. Okay, got the farm plot up and running. I think we have a fruit seed, so we're going to seed that in here. We can also get some food going for ourselves. Help Chris. And that's kind of the last of the food for now. Which is not good at all. See, we get another T-shaped thing going here. Which we're missing motors. Why are we missing motors, though? Alright, fruits are done. We'll grab that in a second. Throw it in here. Harvest. Harvest. Ooh, we got 3 grain out of that. That's good. We'll throw that in there. There's a little bit of algae outside. It's 1. I don't think we need to pick that up. Alright. What can we make? Another fruit pastry, and that'll leave us with 1 and 1. That's 40% though, so that's worth it. And then we'll seed a grain. So we can plant the grain. So not the greatest, but we're still gonna wait for better foods. But for now, at least we can survive a little bit longer with some fruit pastries. And also, since we got flight, we could go to the station. We're not completely done with flight yet, but once we get better flights, we can think about going to the next station. Going back to the station, buy some food and all that stuff. Alright, let's grab this thing here. And we need a better stair system to get upstairs, because I don't like running around like this too much. There's ice in there. I'll grab that. Alright. Probably just grab everything from the cockpit. And grab the ice. Again, we gotta wait for the sun to come up, but we should really do a better system for this. So basically, we should do a rotor and everything like that, where we could do a bit of a custom turret controller or so. Okay, let's go with the foundations here. And we don't necessarily need more than that. Just do this. Oh, there's a conveyor here already. So I think we could plumb this up with the C tubing then. But the only thing I don't like about this, we do have to work out at night where the sun ain't gonna burn us down too much. All right, so we can do an advanced rotor here and a hinge. If I can get up there. A hinge right here would be nice. Right there. We could do a array of these on there. Oop. But it looks like we also may need an additional piece. So basically, maybe another conveyor junction here. So we could do... Yeah, we'll do that. So we could do one here, one on top, and one on the other side for 3. Or we just lay them out that way. But we're going to worry about that another time. All right. Time to head off in the night. Go search for the unknown signal. I think we need to get some iron as well. Let's go for the unknown signal first since it's here. We have 55 of hunger left, which is not too crazy. Oop. Didn't mean to really do that. It's fine. We could fly a little bit. All right. It's got... shoot, no foods. But it's got a big old thruster here. Which, you know what? I don't know why I was thinking of using atmospheric thrusters. We have ample ice on the ground. Why not go hydrogen? Yeah, that would be probably the smart thing to do. Because the hydrogen thruster doesn't cost too much. We need to make it hydrogen tank though. I think we should be able to make a hydrogen tank, right? Yeah, so if anything, we could just dismantle this one really quick. So now hydrogen thruster here. So a small one costs... Large steel tubes and metal grids is the biggest piece of the puzzle. So we could definitely do that. So we don't need ion thrusters. So we could dismantle the ion thrusters. If anything. We are now level 5. Nice. Okay, there's an unknown signal that's kind of dropping down behind us. So might as well get that. So how long has that one been sitting here for? Okay, so we got to think about how we're going to upgrade it with the thrusters or hydrogen. So we can think about putting 2 large tanks on this thing. That's a possibility. That would be a lot of hydrogen. And we'll have that running for quite some time, if anything. But I think 1 large one is probably more than enough. So we could probably replace maybe the survival kit with the hydrogen tank or the cargo container in the back. Either one could work well. Ooh, we are getting into this not so nice spot over here, but it's okay. We got a little bit of flight going. I'm just gonna crash right into that unknown signal. You stay here while I go ahead and deal with that thing. It's got some kind of thrusters going on here. Alright, I just killed the power. Ooh, don't crash on me. And of course it's got a whole bunch of thrusters on here. Ooh. Food paste. Alright, that is gonna help us a lot. I was actually hoping that was mushrooms instead, but not so bad. Yeah, we got full thrusters right here. That's going to help us too. All right. Potentially. Yeah, we should work on some net nickel platinum. This platinum here. We'll come back for this. Yeah, potentially we need to work on... Where's the base? Potentially, we need to work on the rover, but the only problem is that we can only work on it ideally in the night, so we don't get double exposure. One from solar radiation and one from the surface, but with the anti-radiation kit could kind of help with that a little bit too. But I am glad that we can still kind of fly here. Maybe we slap on those flatter atmosphere thrusters on here so we can fly forward better. Since the ion thrusters don't really work that well for us. Yeah, I think we do that. Oof. So let's go with these right here. We could throw on a few. We could probably get rid of these. And which way does it fly? This way, right? Yes. One here. One here. And that should give us a little bit more forward momentum. We could put some on the side too if we like. We should have the space for that. So one here. And one there. That's all basically from the unknown signal. Okay, get all our thrusters on together as a group. And do we have a decent flight going here? Yes. Alright, there was a boulder somewhere that we want to check on to see what that was as well. Also, the food pace is 30%. Okay, so that's not that bad. The boulder we just basically skipped. It looks like it's iron. Okay, it's controllable. It's not the best, but we can slow down at least. But it is a lot of power being used on that. A hydrogen tank, like a big one like this, we put it here, then we could definitely fly for a long period of time. But it's a little bit on the big side. We could put a whole bunch of small ones instead. But how well is that going to work? I mean, doesn't seem ideal either. Just cut down the advanced rotor. There's a port here we could utilize. So, do we do this? How's that looking? Not that greatest. Yeah, so the other thing is that the survival kit's not built up, so we're not going to be able to transport the hydrogen towards the back. But we need medical components for that, so lots more to do here. Our food is going down a little bit, and we can enjoy the paste, which is going to bring us back up a little bit, which is good. Okay, so food-wise, we are still pretty low on food over there. We were planning to fix up the algae farm, but it looks like I think we need a few more things to do that for now. And steel plates, we got exposure. Do we want to use the radiation kit? We kind of want to use it just to speed things up. Yeah, but basically we just got to put some algae farms. I would prefer to put 4, but I think I did 3 at a time, which isn't too bad. No, we could do 4. There is a way to do 4 as long as we have we do. Okay. So each corner should have 1 then. And then can we put on, would it be useful if we put on the half algae in the middle? So we get 5? That sounds like too much. All right, let's open this up really quick. So an algae farm. All right, I'm going to do the anti-radiation meds, because that will just slow us down by keep having to go back inside. And this will keep us going for now. Temporary. Too bad we can't make them, but still not too bad. Oh, unknown signal right on top of us. That's great. Not common that happens. Okay, that's good. That's good. We need a camera. Okay, so that is the camera that's gonna hit the sun. All right, that's gonna be bad because we're gonna collide on the platform itself. So we need to kind of build it a little higher. No, actually, no. This is the lowest, so it should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Although we could just use a half algae right here. And we don't have it high enough to where we need it to be, but should be all right. So then right over here is where it's gonna fall. Oh, we can't do it this way. Jeez. Can't put the camera there. That was smart. We need this top mounted camera here. They'll follow the sun this way, and we may hit the walls and everything like that too. So that's not good. But I'm thinking maybe we do this to relieve that curve. All right, and radiation meds are dropping a little bit, so that's not good. Okay, that may help slightly with that curvature, I think. So we're still not thriving just yet, but we're doing pretty good. We got 3 algae farms here and a few more there. Oh, we didn't even do the custom controller piece to it, so we're gonna need that. It's custom turret controller, so we're gonna do advanced rotor as the nope, advanced rotor as the azimuth and hinge top mounted camera, and we are going to always follow the sun. But of course, let's change the velocity to 1. And there we go. Okay, so we can add another algae farm right over here if necessary. All right, 27% left of food. Not good. It's just an ongoing battle with this food struggle. We also got just keep trucking along to make sure we get some unknown signals and everything like that until the sun comes up. And if the sun doesn't come up, well, guess we're gonna have to go back into our cryo chamber for a little bit. Please have some food or at least some more seeds or fruits or anything like that. Very much would appreciate it. What is this? This is a big old thing. What you got for me? Nice. More food paste and vegetables. Even better. Back to base. Let's go back to base. Do we need iron? Well, let's eat the paste. Luckily, we got that. Gonna help with our food. Do we need more iron? Or yeah, I think we need more nickel more than iron, but we're gonna get the iron anyways since we're right here. There's nickel underneath us, but I don't really care to drill on the ground at the moment. I should have done it when I had the anti-radiation kit. That was the best, like, prime time to really drill down under. What is this? Nickel. Oh, we had nickel here this whole time. Oop, wrong button. Meant to do this. The drill. Come on, give me the nickel. Not the ice. Alright, we have a problem here because we don't have a survival kit up and running properly. So we're gonna have to grab. We have to transfer some of this manually. Probably not carry that much ice, but looks like we're gonna do it anyways. Do we have enough mats to do the O2 H2 system out here? Might not have enough. But I was thinking of putting it back here somehow. So there's the ports over there. So we can't go right into it like that, unfortunately. And this is too high. Yeah, let's get rid of the tanks. This is a bad spot for it. Anyway, ooh, that's a work detector. Right here, now we can put it right in there. And the tanks we could worry about later down the line when we need to worry about it. We could hang them outside wing-like pieces. So basically put these out here if I have enough of these. I don't think I do. Okay, I have one. And we'll throw in small hydrogen tank. We could throw it like this, or do we want to throw it like this? Make it like a wing-like. We could wing-like it. Don't look like we have enough to make another one. All right, let's just chill out for now. Now the O2H2 should have some ice. Yes. That should fill up that tank as well. And we could easily throw in some hydrogen thrusters now on there if we really, really wanted to. All right, we're getting there. We didn't starve just yet, but it was close. All right, we got bubbles peeking out of the O2H2 system, which is interesting. Yeah, so with this, we can get some thrusters going. So we could get some thrusters going on one side here and the other side here, if anything. All right, we need large steel tubes, and we could plumb up some hydrogen tanks that way. Can we open this up to see what's here? This is the underbelly, which we could kind of plumb up. Kind of, not really. It's not big enough for a garage, unfortunately. The sun is coming, right? Soon. Looks like it. Yeah, that is barely scratching the surface. Probably not the best way to do it, but it should be okay. So we should have put those 4 on the outside over here anyways. Actually, we could have put on the roof and plumb it up too. All right, so we need to do more. We need assemblers and stuff like that. We do not necessarily need all these seats here, but we'll leave it for now. An assembler could come here, but I really want to plumb it up instead. But to plumb things up, we're going to have to... Yeah, we're going to lose some air quality here. Or we're going to put some on the ground. I think we could open these up, no problem. No, we should worry about doing this more temporarily than anything else. Throw that there. I think we have enough of everything to get this rolling. We need motors. Great. Don't know. Did I take all the motors outside? Probably. We need to fix this space up a little bit. It's a little bit messy. And... Oh, no, 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 no. No. We did not just do that. Did we? We almost killed our plant. Okay. Ooh, okay, that was very close. All right. Here we go. Big improvement. So now we have access to the assembler. We do need to throw stuff in there whenever necessary. I'm inclined to put in this plank here so I can easily walk on it a little bit better. All right, so let's see if we can get some hydrogen thrusters on our rover really quick. Get that done. Get this done. That gives us extra. Oh, wait. We didn't get the... Could have got the medical component thing on there. So upward thrust. We are okay with the thrusters that we have here. So more or less, we should just throw in some hydrogen thrusters on the side. So basically, we can throw that here, throw that here. And maybe get rid of this one. Ooh, now we don't have a port to access. That's the problem. No, maybe we don't do that. Oop. Okay, more or less, let's go for forward and backwards for now. And if we really have to, we could get the, what's it gonna call it, up and running, upward thrust. Oh wow, we got 1 minute left on the unknown signal. I don't think we're gonna make it. Probably not. By flights? Maybe? But landing is the problem. That's where it's going to take a little bit of time. Alright, we'll probably just land here. Try to get it. But we don't want to drive too fast, because then we can't stop in time. Because we'll be floating. We got 17, 15. 14, 13. Stop right there. Get out. Let's go. 9 seconds left. We could probably get to the button.